Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Spiritual Transformer. My name is Randy Koo, and I'll be your host for tonight. As usual, I'd like to offer my sincerest thanks for anyone who's watched my previous videos. I can't do this without your support, so please thank you. And if you like this content, please drop a like or a subscribe. Very much appreciated. So, today I kind of want to talk about something more recent, I guess. And today I want to talk about the Rapture. Specifically, the Rapture that was supposed to have happened at the end of September. I believe it was September 25th and 27th, somewhere around that. So, before I get to it, I want to tell you what the Rapture is for those who aren't familiar. So, the Rapture is a Christian belief that at a certain time, a certain date, nobody's really supposed to know that, and it's basically the second coming of Jesus Christ. And when that happens, when a rapture happens, people literally get beamed up into the sky. Like they're just walking along, and all of a sudden they just start floating into the sky. Some say you even drop everything you're holding, everything you're wearing, you just float up, and you get to be beside God and the Lord Jesus Christ. And it started floating around TikTok. I believe it was around middle of 2025, around July, I think. And TikTok was really going viral for this. Lots of videos on TikTok saying, yeah, the rapture is supposed to happen on the end of September, and everybody get ready. And everybody did. A lot of people got ready. A lot of Christians got ready. Some of them gave up their jobs, some of them sold their cars, some of them gave away money, and, well, by now it's not really much of a spoiler, but the rapture didn't happen, and a lot of people were affected. Now, I just want to say that I am not myself a believer of the rapture, but I do extend my sincerest sympathies for anyone affected. And I understand people have really prepped for it. They, sold their stuff, quit their jobs, and stuff like that. That's really a little bit difficult to come back from. I believe, a lot of the Christians believe that the rapture might still happen in October, and if you're one of those, then I hope it happens for you. But the reason why I offer sympathy, like a lot of people out there, they don't like religion, they don't like Christians, and they're kind of happy that it didn't happen, and they're looking at the people who prepared for it with, I guess, not very sympathetically. And I do want to say that I don't feel that. I totally understand what the Rapture folks are going through right now. And that is because, well, in spirituality, I guess, we have a home version, believe it or not. I mean, it wasn't so long ago that, spiritual people, we've all been waiting for, say, open contact. So open contact is just basically ET ships landing. I mean, a lot of spiritual people do believe in ETs, including myself, and we all believe that they are out there, they're here even, and we're just waiting for them to show themselves. And I'm not 100% sure on this one because I got into my second spiritual awakening only happened at the end of 2024. So I'm not really sure, but apparently it seems that first contact, or open contact, was supposed to have happened years before, and it still hasn't happened. And I hear again that it's gonna happen in 2027. So yeah, I feel it. I feel you. All the people who are waiting for the rapture, I feel you. I feel the same. Like we're waiting for something to happen and it hasn't happened. It's not only just open contact. we also have a thing for full disclosure. And full disclosure is just the governments of the world finally admitting that, you know, there's been secret government programs with ETs involved, X-Files stuff. We've been waiting for that too, full disclosure. And I did hear, I don't want to name any names, but there was supposed to be some kind of major disclosure which should have happened at the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. That never happened. So again, we wait. But there is one last thing that a lot of people in the spiritual community are still waiting for also, and that is the ascension. So for those who don't know, ascension is basically the next leap of human evolution. And it's, believe it or not, it's actually similar to the rapture. Ascensions, according to a lot of mystics, they say it's just basically the coming of the Christ consciousness. In other words, instead of, the second coming of Jesus Christ, the person, it's us. We are ascending because we are developing the consciousness, the Christ consciousness. So it's basically Christ within us, or helping us out, that kind of thing. So for me, the ascension is probably the biggest deal, bigger than everything else, because it will lead to a whole new world. And again, it's similar to the rapture because the ascension is supposed to bring, heaven to earth. So instead of we ascending to heaven, it's actually heaven. We're meeting it here on earth. So that's personally what I believe, right? So I see so much similarities between the rapture and a lot of the stuff that spiritual people believe in. And the commonality is that we're all waiting. We're all just sitting here waiting. And yeah, I understand what the rapture folks are going through. I understand the disappointment because in a way we feel the same. But I do have a bit of advice for the folks who do believe in the rapture or waiting for anything else, actually. Open contact, full disclosure, the ascension. Anytime you're waiting for a big event like this, like the rapture, I do have a bit of advice. And that is, I think it's all well and good that we're waiting, but we should not forget to enjoy life while we are waiting. And I think this is absolutely crucial. I mean, if you're waiting, you may as well enjoy being here. Be grateful for everything you have. Be glad of your surroundings, whatever it is. Pursue your passion. Do what you love. I know it's easy to say but hard to do, but that, I believe, is the wisest thing to do when we're just waiting for the big stuff. It's almost like, why sit here and just wait when you could be enjoying life to the best of your ability? That's what I believe anyway. And that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm still looking forward to things like ET's landing and the Christ consciousness coming down to us and heaven on earth. But at the same time, I'm going to sort of try to create my own heaven on earth now by not just waiting and by enjoying what we have and living a life full of joy and love, all the good stuff. Just now, here, because this moment is really all we have. And I understand a lot of people are waiting and putting their hopes on these things because life on earth I'll just say it can be pretty miserable, right? And I think a lot of the reasons why people are so keen on things like the rapture, the ascension, first contact is because our life here may not be ideal. And we are waiting for an escape, so to speak. And I know it's very difficult, but perhaps it's not the wisest thing to do to think that, all the big stuff we're waiting for is just a means to escape. I know it's very difficult, but I do believe that we should just face life. Just face it. Enjoy it while waiting for the big stuff. Have fun. Love things. Be good. Do do things. Do whatever you want, and just make the most of it. Because when the time comes, sure, it'll be great. But when it doesn't, or when it comes late, you know you lived a good life. And I think that's what Jesus would want us to do. I think that's what anyone would want us to do. Just enjoy while waiting. And when the big stuff comes, we grab it. And that's really all I can say. So, for all the folks who are waiting for the rapture and was disappointed by the end of September, I offer my sincerest sympathies. I know, I understand, I totally get it. I know how you feel. And I hope if anybody's sad, I hope you can crest that hill and just keep moving and enjoy. And that's all I got. So, once again, thank you very much for watching this episode of the Spiritual Transformer. My name is Randy Koo, and I hope you have a great life, and I will see you next time. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this material. So thank you, and goodbye.